What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and we are playing some self-mill today. So this is all about Hope Estheim, and gaining life here. We've got Jace, we've got Lifecreed Duo. What happens if we put all of these cards into the graveyard, and then we bring them all back to life with Hope Estheim, or I don't even, with Hope, that's all I'm gonna say. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. With Hope, how much life can we gain from all this, and how much can we mill our opponent for? So let's see how it goes. And don't forget, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I think it's like 70% of you are not subscribed. Consider doing so, and let's get on into the first match against Pedro DM. Ooh, this is a pretty good hand. We don't have all of our land for the Raise the Past, but we have a way to gain life from 2 different creatures. And if we can get one more mana source, we can go ahead and play a Jace Perfected Mind. I think we just go ahead and Lifecreed Duo here, and man, let's hope for a land. We definitely need a land here. So this is very similar to an Orzhov deck that was going around with Raise the Past. Okay, opponent's got High Noon, that's fine. Well, we got Hope. I wanted a land, but we got Hope instead. So opponent is going to mill 2 cards. Hopefully they're stuck on land too. Well, we got rid of 2 land. Okay, another High Noon. Opponent missed a land drop too. We might be in a decent spot. I don't know if we want to Picklock. So let's gain some life. Mill the opponent again. These are just small mills here right now, but it'll be 4. I think Hope is going to have an amazing time when there's also that space-time continuum, I think, or space-time entity, or anomaly. That's what a space-time anomaly deck. You know, that card. Oh, it's going to be crazy. So y'all are going to see another Azorius Mill deck from me. There's our 3rd land, and the 4th one right on top. So next turn we can Jace ourselves. This turn we can even go ahead and Picklock. Well, yeah, I think we can do a Picklock Prankster. It's instant speed. Okay, temporary lockdown. Yeah, let's go ahead and Picklock Prankster. Oh, I didn't think that through. That was our 4th land, y'all. Well, set ourselves back a little bit there, but that's okay. Opponent did too, taking a lot of our creatures. Well, we got Jace. I think we just pay the 2 for Phyrexian. Go ahead and I think we just tick him up. I mean, we don't select ourselves, we select nobody. So we try to get Jace up a little bit higher here so we can mill ourselves. Well, Urbrask's Forge. Hi, Umbreon. I don't know if y'all heard me meowing. But, yeah, looks like we might just have to mill ourselves a bit here. I mean, we can block with Hope. That wouldn't be bad. Let's try the +1 again. If we can get up to like 5, that would be great for us. That's what it normally is to mill 15 cards. And then we just need another mana to go ahead and bring back with Raise the Past a bunch of creatures. Oh yeah, the opponent got rid of their own High Noons. So yeah, they got another Urbrask Forge. So it looks like Jace is probably going to stay down at 3. We might just have to mill ourselves. Because one of them is going to be a 2-1, one of them is going to be a 1-1. We block the 2-1 because I don't mind Hope dying to gain some life. Hope actually is better in the graveyard if we can get enough creatures in there. There's our 4th mana. So yeah, I think we go ahead and mill ourselves for 9 and hope that we're filled up enough with creatures. Let's go ahead and do that. Not a big hit here, but it lets us kind of mitigate stuff, and then we get to mill a bunch with our Archaeologist. So let's go ahead and go there, Hope mills them for 3. We have another Raise the Past. That's primarily why I'm okay with that. We got some additional stuff in there, but not really a lot of creatures. So we might need to Founding the Third Path a couple of times here just to mill ourselves for more. We've got, I don't want to say infinite blockers, but blockers are a lot better in our case because the creatures are better with their enter the battlefield abilities. So I think we throw a block here, a block here, a block here, and then, well, let's do that. What's opponent gonna do? I saw him hovering over Hope there. Okay, lightning helix. They gained 3. Opponent was down to 8. That's kind of funny. I didn't even realize that. Well, that's our third Founding of the Third Path. I think we got a bit of creatures in there now. Maybe we just Jace ourselves. Pay full price so Jace comes in with 5. We can go ahead and mill ourselves. We're not gonna take all the cards in our in our deck. We got 26, so if we go for 5, that's gonna be 15. Good chunk of creatures there. I don't want to look because I just want to do it. I just want to Raise the Past, but we got enough, I think. Yeah, we've got what, 2 triggers, gonna be a bunch. Okay, High Noon coming down for them, so they can't cast another spell or Brass Forge. But now with the Caretaker's Talent, they can copy one of their Phyrexian artifacts. I think we go ahead and block and get rid of these. So I think I throw a block here at the, well, yeah, let's just do that. I'll take the 4. And then opponent can actually go ahead and copy their token. We got Raise the Past. Is opponent thinking about copying their token? Is that what they're doing? Yep, you can copy opponent. Sometimes you gotta highlight it for people. There you go. I always wonder what they're thinking. All right, and let's go ahead. We don't need to play the Hope because we got a lot coming back. So boom, there we go. We got 2 Hopes coming back and a ton of triggers. And this is what this deck does. Just like the Life Gain and Drain deck, this is what this deck does. So we're going to get past the Archaeologist. We actually mill ourselves out like completely here. So I think, I mean, it should be enough. Look at all those life gain triggers. Mill opponent for 40 and boom. We both ended the game with no cards in the grave, or in our deck. Let's get on to the next one. Alrighty, ooh, Stillness in Motion. This is a good card for the deck. We're gonna keep this and hope for the best. Hopefully this goes well. Alright, Meticulous Archive. Well, we're getting creatures into the graveyard early on. We got, I think we go Stillness in Motion first, right? Oh, well, that's not great. Hopefully opponent doesn't have a lot of those. We would face a Graveyard Hate card. Second match though, right? It only makes sense. Deep Cavern Bat, okay. They're probably going to take the Lifecreed Duo. I don't think they take the Stillness in Motion, unless they know what this deck does. If they do, then I could see it. Alrighty. Yep, there it is. Lifecreed Duo. That's fine by me. We get one creature. We draw another. We can play the Sanctifier and do the Stillness in Motion. So we're going to mill, and then draw. You know, Heir Apparent might be even more fun with that Stillness in Motion. Prophetic Memory. I always forget that that card's in Standard. Cut down. Okay. Well, what opponent doesn't know is they're helping us. I'm sure they do know. by this point, right? They know nobody's willingly milling. Willingly milling. Draw. Well, there's our raise the pass, so we're almost there. We can go ahead and plus to tick down the Deep Cavern Bat. It'll be a 0 next turn, so we will stay at probably 4 if they keep drawing 1 extra card per turn. If they draw any more, then we're at risk of losing Jace. Duress. Well, there goes the raise the past. That's interesting. Oh, Stillness in motion. Opponent doesn't attack. That's fine by me. We mill 6, draw a card. There was our 4th mana too. Do we? We could -2 Jace and draw 3 cards. I think that's the best bet here. Risk it. Okay. Ooh, perfect. And then now we could raise the past, but we don't have a hope in there, do we? Let's go for it either way. Well, we're going for it. We're gaining life just to create a buffer, and then we're getting a ton of extra mill. Next turn we can go ahead and do hope. Opponent's gonna kill some creatures here. We only have 2 raise the past and grave. Hopefully we hit another and bring it back. We got a 3rd Stillness in motion. We might get a Stillness in motion. Oh, there's the raise the past, so we can go ahead and grab that. Gain a bunch of life. Look at how much we would have had opponent. Dang. Opponent would have milled their whole deck, basically. I mean, maybe we should have done it, but we don't know what opponent has in hand. Next turn, we throw down Hope, and then go from there. We can block one of this, yeah. Our creature dies. Opponent's probably going to kill something else. That's fine by me. Stillness in motion. The great part about Stillness in motion is if we do deck ourselves out, we're kind of safe still. So let's go ahead and +0 or +1 the Deep Cavern Bat. Gain 2 life, mill opponent for 2. We could do the Stillness in motion also, but we're just going to swing. Opponent's probably thinking that we're just going to mill ourselves out here. I think we got enough, though. Winter Night Stories. Because we got, what, another Hope. We got a few more Lifecreed Duos. Yeah, this is about to get crazy. Jace is going to go away, though. Jace is done for. Oh, no, I can block, actually. I don't know why I forgot that that has flying. Stillness in motion. Mill 6. Draw. We can do the Tranquil Cove to gain an extra life, and then raise and past. We choose to keep Hope. Let's keep this one, and a bunch of triggers coming through. We mill ourselves out again. Let's grab the last raise the past. I mean, in case we have to do this again, right? Can we break 100 life? Yes. Oh, 120. How much are they going to mill? Mill 57, opponent. Oh, and just like that, we're on to the next one. That was great. All right, Shadow Hope. Shadow Hope, here we go. All right. I'm keeping this hand. What are we doing now, opponent? All right, we got a fox versus a chocobo. That is a fox, right? Yeah, it is. All right, Paw Patrick Root. Oh, no. I already know what we're facing. I think we gotta go Founding the Third Path here. We gotta get some spells down really quickly, so we're gonna Picklock Prankster, get some creatures in the grave. Hopefully, we don't get anything back. We're facing green-white rabbits. This deck has been haunting me. Yep, there it is, Phineas, Ace Archer. This deck has been haunting my dreams, I tell ya. Okay. Plains. Do we rush out the Jace? Nah, we go the Archaeologist here. There's a Raise the Past. We need one more mana. One more mana, but here's the thing. We don't really have a lot in the grave, and rabbits are so quick. They're about to just multiply, and they're going to hit us pretty hard. So we're definitely going to need creatures. Like, look at that. They already have 8 damage on board here. We don't have anything, so I think we have to Jace here. And maybe mill ourselves. Well, no, I'm gonna. I think we go Archaeologist. Maybe we're gonna need Heart of the Cards. I would say, come on, we can block one. If we get an untapped land off the top this next turn, then we're set. We just definitely want to make sure that we can Raise the Past, we bring back a bunch of creatures, gain enough life then to kind of hold out. Valley Might Caller coming through. They do have more than 10 toughness total here. And we've got some creatures in there that we can go ahead and bring back. Oh, Sheltered by Ghosts. I'm not great at math, but it's 5... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think we survived a 2 life. 2 life exactly. Plains off the top. Never didn't have it, y'all. There we go. Gain a bunch of life. Where is it? Where's the never didn't have it? Gain a ton of life. Mill them for a ton. It's only 15, but it saves us. It saves us for now. We've got blockers. We've got another Raise the Past. We can just rinse and repeat again if needed. And we can just chump block a bunch. I don't think there's much else opponent can do. I mean, we should. Well, there goes Hope. We've lost Hope. But no, truly, you have lost Hope, opponent. I don't think they realize we've got the Raise the Past again here. So we're good. We're gonna block, and I mean, I think there's a way that we block and everything dies, right? Just to get the most value. So I think we go like what? Well, we want to block to save the most damage coming through. So there, and then I guess. Well, we kind of want this creature to die, but I guess it doesn't have to. I think we're good, right? We still live with like 9 lives. Yeah, see? I was doing that quick math today. So now we can go ahead and Raise the Past again, and then we can explore. Gain more life. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to mill opponent for 20 this time. Let's pump up Hope, I guess. And we get Tranquil Cove. That's not bad. Mill opponent for 20. They're down to 10. Well, they're down to 9. And then we got Jace. We're just going to Jace mill them out. Okay, hop to it. Opponent, go ahead and hop to it. They're going to hit us for a lot. But I think we squeeze out a win against, in my opinion, one of the best decks in the format. Okay, they get to look at the top 6, put a card in their hands. They don't have the mana to play it, though. Maybe opponent anticipates that they're going to be playing another turn after this, so now we do have to kind of go ahead and do this. I think we trade there. We stack up enough damage on the 7. Do we take the 11 and the 5? That's 16. And then double down, so 1 damage comes through there. Put these 2 here. And I think we eat like what, 17, roughly 17 or 18 damage down to like 10 or something. My math is probably going to be wrong this time. Opponent's like, why are they still playing? They normally quit. Yeah, down to 10. Gain 2, I forgot about that. And good game, opponent. Tranquil Cove. We gain that 13. Or not gain 13, gain that 1 extra life to be at 13. And then mill them. Opponent says good game. And we go ahead and mill. Nice deck, thank you. Oh, I don't know what to say to that. Nice. And on to the wrap up. So this was Self-Mill with Hope in Raise the Past. I love this deck. I've played Life Gain Mill a couple of times. I'm thinking of building a commander deck with it too, especially with Edge of Eternities coming out soon. I think it'll be really fun. And this deck wasn't too crazy with the rares. I know there's quite a bit in this, but you could make a budget version. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. And don't forget, please consider liking and subscribing. And first and foremost, last but not least, you are doing everything right today and you matter. Goodbye.